fashion industry has adjusted with advances in science and new discoveries. From ancient times, where animal skins and fur were the textiles available, to the use of natural products through human intervention such as wool and cotton. Nowadays, synthetic products are found everywhere, both in budget and high-end fashion.
The use of synthetic polymers is relatively new. The first synthetic polymer was celluloid, developed in 1856 as a replacement for ivory. Polymers in general didn't really spark that much interest until the First World War, when the usefulness of rubber for U-boats became relevant. The clothing shortages after the Second World War increased the popularity of artificial fabrics. Colourful, readily available and cheap synthetic clothing was very appealing and led to the iconic look of the 60s and 70s.
In the last 2 decades of the 20th century, up to today, scientists have continued to develop synthetic polymers for use in textiles and other industries. In an average shop today, you'll find cotton t-shirts next to latex gym wear, close to nylon tights, opposite lambswool jumpers. Each of these has its individual properties and uses.
Polymers are not a recent invention. Natural polymers have been known to humans throughout all of history, although not by the word polymer. A natural polymer is a polymer resulting from raw materials found in nature, for example, wool, silk, and cotton. Today, these fabrics are considered more of a luxury as they are generally more expensive and time-consuming to make than synthetic polymers. A synthetic polymer is one that requires human intervention. They are often referred to as plastics and are formed from oils such as gasoline. However, they can have a wide range of properties and uses.
The Oxford Dictionary defines a polymer as a substance which has a molecular structure built up cheaply or completely from a large number of similar units bonded together.
A monomer is a short chain molecule, for example ethene, which is only 2 carbons in length. Monomers can be bonded together via polymerization to form polymers, for example polyethene or polythene, which is many ethene molecules bonded together.
One of the first synthetic polymers was nylon, because nylon is very similar structurally to silk, a natural polymer, but is much easier and cheaper to make. Nylon quickly became incorporated into many industries. It is now used in parachutes, toothbrushes, and kites.
Nylon can be used in ropes, which, unlike natural fibre ropes, are durable, cheaper, and stronger. Nylon is also very efficient for industrial jobs with shock or pulses, as it stretches when force is suddenly applied. This is useful since the stretching doesn't interfere with durability.
History shows that such breakthroughs in material science can have a huge impact in society. The 20th century discovery of artificial fibres such as nylon and viscose transformed the clothing industry and made a big impact on many others. It is because of this that some say we are now living in the polymer age.
Before synthetic polymers, fishermen used unwashed woolen jumpers still with natural oils to make their clothes more cold, wind, and water resistant. Technical developments that resulted in Gore-Tex have enabled flexible, lightweight, fully waterproof clothing that outperforms the thick, heavy wool which was previously available.
Gore-Tex is one of the more well-known synthetic polymers, as it is used in many types of sporting equipment and waterproof clothing. The fabric of Gore-Tex is made up of many polymers bonded together, with tiny holes between them. These holes are 20,000 times smaller than a water droplet, so rain can't get in, but are 700 times larger than a water molecule, so sweat can get out.
Cotton is soft and cool to wear and can be given a coating or finish, so it can be used in products like firefighting uniforms and can withstand high temperatures, so it can be sterilized for uses in medicine. Cotton is commonly used in t-shirts and summer clothing, as well as medical uses such as bandages. A more recent development in fashion polymers is spray-on clothing. It is made of a suspension of tiny cotton fabrics and plastic in a solvent. When sprayed, the solvent evaporates, allowing the material to harden and clothes to be formed. These clothes can be washed and reworn, and are also easily redissolved in the solvent and resprayed, so are completely recyclable. These polymers also have uses in medicine, as spray-on bandages with other substances, for example drugs, in the spray can with the polymer, so that the formed bandage has medicines in it that will be released into the wound.
Many companies are already developing smart textiles that sense and react to changes in the environment. These are already used in construction, medicine, transport and clays.
Cloth bandages are used more for deeper cuts and consist of cotton gauze pads with dressings and adhesives to keep it in place. Typically, cloth bandages are used on wounds that are expected to take longer to heal and must be regularly changed to ensure sterility. Synthetic bandages are typically used to press down on an internal wound to promote faster healing. They are normally made of blended natural and synthetic materials such as cotton and latex. These bandages must be transported as strips of cloth and are therefore vulnerable to contamination.
Another way in which polymers are being used in textiles has been developed by the University of Illinois, who have created polymers that change colour when the material becomes overstressed. These polymers contain mechanopores, molecules that create a chemical reaction that makes the synthetic material change colour when a certain amount of force is exerted upon it. These could be used in things like parachute cords, climbing ropes, or added to smart coatings for bridges. So the whole bridge would change colour slowly from blue to red, giving plenty of warning to operators to remove anyone in danger.
The Massachusetts Institute of Technology has developed a wire made from a plastic and a glass that reflects different frequencies of light at different thicknesses. Therefore, when you want it to change, you flick a switch on a lightweight battery pack, which zaps your clothes with an electric charge. Like a radio antenna that lengthens or shortens to tune to a frequency, the thread changes thickness and your outfit changes colour. Research of this material was funded by the US Army, who plans to weave this thread into their uniforms over the next 2 years. This will give their uniforms a barcode that will help soldiers distinguish friend from foe on night patrol or during the smoke and confusion of a firefight, as the thread can be tuned to show colours visible only to someone wearing special goggles.
Man, as we have seen, can keep the rain off you, give you clothes that are created tailored to your shape, and ropes that will outlive you. Going forwards, the colour of your clothes will be able to indicate whether you are ill, sitting badly, or just happen to like that colour. Nature, however, has provided polymers that cannot be bettered. Cotton is so well suited for t-shirts and medical uses that a more effective synthetic polymer is hard to even imagine. Wool and silk will remain luxury products due in part to their breathability and feel. My view is that the combination of natural and synthetic gives the best outcomes. But what do you think?